Here are 5 cars that probably won't make it to 100,000 miles without a major problem.
The GMC Canyon and Chevrolet Colorado were once seen as reliable mid-size trucks. Now, users are recording serious transmission and quality issues. Similarly, the Ford Escape Hybrid used to be the real-world SUV, but it is now being dumped for new revolutionary cars. In this video, I'm going to be unveiling the 15 cars you absolutely should not buy in 2025. Let's dive in. Ford F-150 Hybrid. The Ford F-150 has long been America's best-selling vehicle, a trusted workhorse that's been the backbone of countless businesses and families across the country. For generations, this iconic pickup represented American reliability and toughness. But what many potential buyers don't realize is just how badly the hybrid version of this legendary truck is performing. With a Consumer Reports reliability score of just 7 out of 100, the F-150 Hybrid ranks among the least reliable vehicles on the market today. Think about that. Just 7 points out of a possible 100. That's not just disappointing, it's alarming. The problems plaguing this vehicle are extensive and serious, with owners reporting major issues with the transmission, electrical systems, and the hybrid battery itself. When these systems fail, car owners aren't looking at minor inconveniences. They're facing repair bills that can easily run into the thousands of dollars. With repair costs skyrocketing and dealership service departments overloaded with similar cases, one has to wonder, how did Ford's flagship vehicle fall so far? Just like the Ford F-150, this next car on our list has joined the league of vehicles gradually going into extinction. GMC Canyon. Coming in at number 2 is the GMC Canyon, a mid-size pickup truck that's been marketed as a premium alternative to competitors like the Toyota Tacoma. With its bold styling and upscale marketing, many buyers are drawn to the Canyon expecting a refined truck experience. But one thing few consumers realize is that beneath this truck's attractive exterior lies a vehicle with serious reliability concerns, earning it a terrible Consumer Reports score of just 15 out of 100. This isn't just a slightly below average score, it represents a vehicle with fundamental flaws that should make any potential buyer reconsider. The Canyon's issues are concentrated in some of the most crucial systems of the vehicle. Car owners are reporting persistent problems with the powertrain, as well as numerous failures in the in-car electronics that modern drivers depend on. These aren't minor inconveniences. They're significant failures that can leave owners stranded or facing expensive repair bills. What's particularly troubling is how these issues are affecting GMC's service infrastructure. Dealership service departments are reporting backlogs of Canyon repairs, with parts delays extending what should be simple fixes into week-long ordeals. Some owners even report waiting up to 3 weeks for critical parts to arrive. When a vehicle marketed as premium fails so dramatically in its basic functionality, we must ask, are automotive manufacturers now prioritizing flashy features and styling over the fundamental reliability that customers actually depend on? Just like the GMC Canyon, this next vehicle has also ranked pretty low in Consumer Reports. Chevrolet Colorado. The Chevrolet Colorado, a mid-size pickup truck that shares its platform with the GMC Canyon, comes in at number 3 on our list. For years, the Colorado has been marketed as a versatile truck that combines work capability with everyday usability, making it appealing to both contractors and weekend adventurers. What many buyers don't realize, however, is that this seemingly capable truck is plagued by many of the same reliability problems as its GMC cousin. Consumer Reports has assigned the Colorado the same troubling reliability score of just 15 out of 100, placing it firmly among the least reliable vehicles available for purchase in 2025. The root causes of the Colorado's reliability issues are concentrated in critical vehicle systems. Owners consistently report significant problems with the powertrain and electronic components, and these are fundamental elements that affect both safety and functionality. The real-world impact becomes clear when we look at how these problems affect hardworking people who depend on their vehicles. For instance, the financial implications extend beyond just repair costs. Many Colorado owners report that their vehicles are worth significantly less at trade-in time than comparable trucks from other manufacturers. Perhaps most concerning is how these issues are affecting Chevrolet's reputation in communities that have historically been loyal to the brand. In many rural and working class areas, where Chevrolet has enjoyed generational loyalty, conversations about the Colorado's problems are leading families to consider foreign brands for the first time. What does this indicate about the state of American manufacturing? And how can working families trust that their hard-earned money is being well spent when even established brands are delivering such disappointing products? While the Chevrolet Colorado has been around for a while, this next pickup truck seems to have failed even as a new Revolution vehicle. Rivian R1T. At number 4, we find the Rivian R1T, one of the most hyped electric pickup trucks to hit the market in recent years. With its sleek design, impressive acceleration, and focus on outdoor adventure, the R1T has been celebrated as the future of trucks. But what many enthusiastic early adopters don't know is that this revolutionary vehicle is struggling with significant reliability problems. Consumer Reports has given the R1T a concerning reliability score of just 20 out of 100, indicating serious issues that should give potential buyers pause, especially especially considering its premium price tag that can easily exceed $70,000. The R1T's problems center around its battery and performance systems. There are reports on issues with range consistency, charging problems, and various electronic glitches that can render features inoperable. For a vehicle at this price point, such fundamental issues represent a significant failure to deliver on the promised premium experience. The situation is particularly challenging for owners who live outside major metropolitan areas. With Rivian's service network still developing, some R1T owners report driving hundreds of miles to the nearest service center or waiting weeks for mobile service appointments. This infrastructure shortage transforms what might be minor inconveniences in conventional vehicles into major hardships. What's especially troubling is how these issues are reflecting the broader challenges facing the electric vehicle transition. Manufacturers are rushing vehicles to market just to capitalize on growing interest and government incentives, but the technology and infrastructure may not be fully mature. To be honest, it's rather unfair that environmentally conscious consumers who want to support the transition to sustainable transportation are now being penalized with unreliable products and inadequate service. Similar to the Rivian R1T, this next car is slowly becoming a nightmare for buyers who are centered on eco-friendliness. Ford Escape Hybrid. At number 5 on our list is the Ford Escape Hybrid, a compact SUV that promises the perfect blend of utility, fuel efficiency, and eco-friendliness. For busy families and commuters looking to reduce both their environmental footprint and fuel costs, the Escape Hybrid seems like an ideal solution on paper. However, what most shoppers browsing Ford showrooms aren't told is that this popular hybrid model is plagued by reliability issues. Consumer Reports has assigned the Escape Hybrid a troubling reliability score of just 21 out of 100, placing it firmly in the category of vehicles to avoid despite its appealing fuel economy numbers. The Escape Hybrid's problems extend across multiple critical systems, including the hybrid system itself. Additionally, electrical accessories and in-car electronics experience failure rates well above average, turning what should be a stress-reducing purchase into a source of ongoing frustration. What makes this situation particularly troubling is the financial impact on families who chose the hybrid specifically to save money in the long run. The higher purchase price of the hybrid version is supposed to be offset by fuel savings over time, but when owners face frequent repairs and downtime, those economic calculations fall apart completely. And it's not just peculiar to the Ford Escape Hybrid. In fact, owners of this next vehicle on the list are recording repair costs of over $1,000. Volkswagen Taos. Number 6 on our list brings us to the Volkswagen Taos, a compact SUV that's been positioned as an entry point to the brand's lineup. With its attractive styling and European heritage, the Taos has appealed to many first-time luxury buyers looking for a step up from mainstream brands. What most shoppers aren't aware of is that Consumer Reports ranked the Taos among the least reliable vehicles for 2024, and the 2025 model continues to show concerning reliability trends, despite minimal improvements. Even more troubling, the 2025 model comes with a price increase of $1,000 over the previous year, asking consumers to pay more for what appears to be the same problematic vehicle. The Taos suffers from persistent handling issues that affect everyday drivability, something you might not notice during a brief test drive, but will experience daily as an owner. These problems aren't just about comfort. They can affect safety and driver confidence in challenging conditions, particularly in regions with severe weather. The financial implications for owners are also significant, with repair costs often exceeding $1,000 per visit for out-of-warranty work. Taos owners are facing expenses they never budgeted for when purchasing what they believed was a quality European vehicle. These unexpected costs are particularly burdensome for younger buyers who stretched their budgets to afford the Volkswagen brand in the first place. The situation with this car raises profound questions about the automotive industry's priorities. When a manufacturer increases the price of a model with known reliability issues, rather than addressing those problems first, what message does that send to consumers? Similar to the Volkswagen Taos, this car has also disappointed a lot of users. Ford Explorer. At number 7, we have the Ford Explorer, one of America's most recognizable and historically popular SUVs. For decades, the Explorer has been a fixture in suburban driveways across the nation, trusted to transport families safely and comfortably through daily life and vacation adventures alike. But what many potential buyers aren't being told in the showroom is that this trusted family vehicle is facing serious reliability challenges. According to RepairPal, the Explorer ranks just 19th out of 26 midsize SUVs for reliability, a shockingly poor showing for a vehicle that many families depend on daily. Even more concerning for budget-conscious buyers, the Explorer currently comes with notably unattractive leasing offers compared to competitors. The Explorer's problems stem from multiple systems, including transmission issues, power equipment failures, and engine troubles, which have been reported at rates significantly above average for the segment. What makes the Explorer's situation particularly troubling is the high maintenance costs that owners face. According to industry data, Explorer owners can expect to pay substantially more for repairs than those driving competing models like the Toyota Highlander or Honda Pilot. For middle-class families already stretched thin by inflation and rising living costs, these unexpected expenses can ruin carefully planned budgets. With more families finding themselves trapped in loans for unreliable vehicles, how will this affect their financial security and ability to build wealth over time? While owners of the Ford Explorer are mostly struggling with system faults, this next vehicle is plagued with far more disturbing issues. Jeep Grand Cherokee. At number 8 on our list of cars to avoid in 2025 is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, a vehicle that has long represented the perfect blend of off-road capability and on-road comfort. For decades, the Grand Cherokee has been the aspirational choice for families wanting a touch of adventure in their daily driver. But what many shoppers admiring the Grand Cherokee's rugged good looks don't realize is that Consumer Reports has assigned it a concerning reliability score of just 26 out of 100, placing it firmly in the category of vehicles to avoid despite its iconic status and premium pricing. The Grand Cherokee's problems are widespread and serious, affecting critical systems that impact both safety and wallet. Car owners consistently report issues with the suspension, electrical systems, drive system, and body hardware. Making matters worse, the Grand Cherokee's fuel economy is a disappointing 20 mpg combined, a significant expense for families already dealing with high repair costs. According to Automotive Cost Analysis, Grand Cherokee owners can expect to pay significantly more in repair costs compared to owners of similar vehicles from brands like Toyota or Subaru. For middle-class families who stretch their budgets to afford the Jeep badge, these unexpected expenses can lead to serious financial strain. Particularly troubling is how these reliability issues are affecting resale values. Grand Cherokee owners often discover that their vehicles have depreciated far more rapidly than expected when it comes time to trade in or sell. While the repair cost for the Grand Cherokee tops that of similar cars, owners of this next vehicle often pay 2 to 3 times the regular cost of maintenance. Land Rover Discovery. Taking the 9th spot on our list is the Land Rover Discovery, a luxury SUV that promises to combine British refinement with go-anywhere capability. With its prestigious badge and heritage of conquering the world's most challenging terrain, the Discovery appears to offer the ultimate blend of luxury and utility. But what prospective buyers gazing at the Discovery showrooms aren't told is that this vehicle is plagued by reliability issues that make it a risky purchase despite its premium positioning. In fact, the problems extend well beyond mere inconvenience. One thing few consumers realize about the Discovery is the extraordinary cost of parts and service. When something goes wrong, repairs often cost 2 to 3 times what they would for mainstream vehicles. And it's not just the cost. The Discovery suffers from poor fuel economy and subpar on-road performance compared to rivals. Indeed, surprising weaknesses for a vehicle with such a hefty price tag. The situation is particularly challenging for owners who live far from Land Rover dealerships, as specialized service is often only available at official locations. Some owners report driving hundreds of miles for repairs or waiting weeks for traveling technicians. What makes the Discovery's case especially troubling is the disconnect between its premium image and the reality of ownership. Buyers pay luxury prices expecting luxury reliability and service, yet many report experiences more frustrating than owners of vehicles costing half as much. When a manufacturer charges premium prices but delivers subpar reliability, what does this actually reveal about the relationship between luxury branding and actual quality? Like the Land Rover Discovery, this next car is also marketed as luxury but offers far less in terms of performance. Volvo XC60 Plug-in Hybrid. At number 10 on our list is the Volvo XC60 plug-in hybrid, a vehicle that represents the Swedish manufacturer's vision of combining luxury, safety, and environmental consciousness. With its elegant design, reputation for safety, and promise of reduced emissions, the XC60 plug-in hybrid appeals to affluent, environmentally aware consumers. However, what many shoppers attracted to the XC60's progressive image don't realize is that the 2024 model received a troubling reliability score of just 21 out of 100 from Consumer Reports, and the 2025 version appears to carry forward many of the same concerns without substantive improvements. The XC60 plug-in hybrid's problems center around its most advanced features, precisely the technology that justifies its premium price. Owners report significant issues with the EV battery, electrical accessories, and in-car electronics. Now, these aren't minor inconveniences, but fundamental flaws that undermine the vehicle's primary selling points of eco-friendly operation and cutting-edge technology. The financial implications for owners are also significant and multifaceted. Beyond the high purchase price, repairs for the sophisticated hybrid system often cost thousands of dollars once the vehicle is out of warranty. Even more frustrating, these issues can negate the expected fuel savings that partially justified the premium price in the first place. Particularly troubling is the impact on Volvo's long-standing reputation for reliability. For decades, the Swedish brand was known for producing vehicles that would run virtually forever with proper maintenance. However, today's owners are experiencing a concerning shift in priorities, with new technology being implemented before it's fully proven. Service departments at Volvo dealerships also appear ill-equipped equipped to handle the complexity of the plug-in hybrid system. Some car owners report their vehicles being at the dealership for weeks, while technicians consult with engineers in Sweden about diagnostic procedures and repairs. This leads to extended periods without the vehicle they depend on for daily transportation. While owners of the Volvo XC60 plug-in hybrid are reporting issues with the car's advanced features, people who bought this next vehicle are reporting exorbitant repair costs. Toyota Tacoma. Number 11 on our list brings us to the Toyota Tacoma, a mid-size pickup truck with a legendary reputation for durability and off-road capability. For decades, the Tacoma has been the go-to choice for outdoor enthusiasts, tradespeople, and anyone seeking a truck that will seemingly run forever with minimal maintenance. But what many loyal Toyota customers might be shocked to discover is that the newest generation of the Tacoma is facing unprecedented reliability challenges. According to reports, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has received 60 complaints about the Tacoma, with most of these issues related to the powertrain, the very heart of any vehicle and traditionally Toyota's strongest point. The significance of these problems cannot be overstated, especially for a vehicle with the Tacoma's storied reputation. For generations, the Tacoma was the truck you bought specifically to avoid reliability issues. Now, owners are reporting transmission problems, engine issues, and electrical gremlins at rates never before seen in this model. The financial implications for owners are also significant. Many Tacoma buyers specifically chose the vehicle for its expected low cost of ownership and minimal downtime. But when these reliable workhorses begin requiring unexpected repairs, it doesn't just hit owners' wallets, it impacts their ability to earn a living. What makes the Tacoma's situation particularly concerning is how it reflects broader challenges in the automotive industry. Even Toyota Long, the gold standard for reliability, appears to be struggling with the complexity of modern vehicles and the pressure to introduce new features and technologies while maintaining their renowned durability. When a car company like Toyota struggles to maintain reliability in one of their signature vehicles, what does this really indicate about the state of the automotive industry as a whole? Just like the Toyota Tacoma, this next car has also failed to provide the basic reliability that people truly depend on. BMW M8 Competition. At number 12, we turn our attention to the BMW M8 Competition, a high-performance luxury coupe that represents the pinnacle of the German manufacturer's grand touring offerings. With its twin-turbocharged V8 engine, sophisticated all-wheel drive system, and opulent interior, the M8 Competition is marketed as the ultimate expression of BMW's performance philosophy. What potential buyers admiring this automotive masterpiece in showrooms aren't being told, however, is that the M8 Competition is being phased out after 2025, as BMW shifts its focus toward electrified models. This isn't just a routine model change, it's a fundamental shift away from the traditional performance philosophy that created vehicles like the M8 in the first place. The implications of this discontinuation extend far beyond mere product planning. When a manufacturer phases out a flagship model, it typically results in reduced parts production, diminished dealer support, and eventually service challenges for owners. What looks like a dream car today could become a service nightmare in just a few years. Vehicles that are discontinued tend to depreciate more rapidly than those with ongoing production, as the market anticipates potential future service challenges. And for M8 Competition owners, this could mean losses of tens of thousands of dollars beyond normal depreciation, a significant financial hit even for affluent buyers. What makes the situation particularly troubling is how it reflects the broader industry's pivot away from the vehicles that created emotional connections with enthusiasts. The rush toward electrification, although necessary for environmental reasons, is leaving traditional automotive enthusiasts feeling abandoned by the brands they've supported for decades. Dealership sales staff report being in an awkward position, selling vehicles they know represent the end of an era without being able to offer clear guidance on future support. Some even report downplaying the discontinuation news to avoid losing sales, creating potential for customer dissatisfaction later. This begs the question of what really happens to the automotive culture that has centered around these high-performance vehicles, which are now gradually disappearing from the market. Another vehicle that is slowly falling off the charts is this next one on our list, Cadillac XT4. At position 13 on our list, we find the Cadillac XT4, a compact luxury SUV that has served as an entry point to the prestigious American brand. With its sharp styling, comfortable interior, and relatively accessible price point, the XT4 has been a gateway for many first-time luxury buyers to experience what Cadillac has to offer. What shoppers considering the XT4 aren't being told, however, is that despite being a 2024 bestseller, this model is being discontinued to make way for the Chevrolet Bolt. Now, this isn't just a routine model replacement, but a representation representation of a significant shift in General Motors' product strategy, and it raises serious questions for current and potential XT4 owners. One thing few consumers realize about vehicles facing discontinuation is how quickly manufacturer support can decline. Once production ends, parts priority, technical support, and even dealership expertise for the model tend to diminish rapidly. What seems like a premium purchase today could become an orphan product surprisingly quickly. The financial implications for owners are also significant and often overlooked. Discontinued models typically experience accelerated depreciation as the market anticipates potential future service challenges. For XT4 owners, this could mean losing thousands more in value than they anticipated when they made their purchase, a substantial financial hit that wasn't factored into their buying decision. Particularly concerning is how this situation affects the many young professionals who chose the XT4 as their first luxury vehicle. These buyers often stretch their budgets to afford the Cadillac badge, expecting both the prestige and the lasting value that has traditionally come with premium brands. Instead, they find themselves with rapidly depreciating assets and uncertain future support when an American luxury brand discontinues a popular entry-level model without a direct replacement. What message does this send to aspiring luxury buyers? While the pressure to electrify lineups may have caused cars like Cadillac XT4 to deviate from their original purpose, the struggle is much deeper for manufacturers of this next vehicle. Infiniti QX50. At number 14, we have the Infiniti QX50, a luxury compact SUV that competes in one of the automotive market's most crowded and competitive segments. With its distinctive styling, innovative variable compression engine, and premium interior appointments, the QX50 has been Infiniti's answer to strong sellers like the BMW X3 and Audi Q5. But here's the thing, the QX50 struggles to compete effectively with other luxury SUVs and is scheduled to be discontinued after the 2025 model year. This isn't merely a routine model changeover, but rather a retreat from a crucial market segment by a brand that has been losing ground to competitors for years. One thing many consumers don't realize about the QX50 is how its discontinuation reflects broader troubles at Infiniti. The brand has been steadily losing market share and dealer locations in recent years, with fewer resources being invested in model development and customer experience. This broader context makes the QX50's discontinuation more concerning than it might initially appear. Additionally, beyond accelerated depreciation, which could cost owners thousands in unexpected losses, there are practical concerns about parts availability and service expertise in the coming years. These factors create a compounding negative effect on the ownership experience that wasn't disclosed during the sales process. What makes the QX50 situation particularly troubling is how it reflects a broader pattern of luxury brands abandoning traditional market segments in favor of either more profitable large SUVs or the rush toward electrification. The middle of the market, where many aspiring luxury buyers begin their journey, is increasingly being left behind. Dealership staff report challenging conditions as they attempt to sell remaining QX50 inventory. Some even describe uncomfortable situations where informed customers use knowledge of the discontinuation to demand hefty discounts. Similar to the Infiniti QX50, this next vehicle is also rapidly losing its market value. Chevrolet Spark. Rounding out our list at number 15 is the Chevrolet Spark, a subcompact car that has long represented one of the most affordable new vehicle options in the American market. With its tiny footprint, efficient engine, and rock-bottom starting price, the Spark provided a crucial entry point for first-time buyers and those on tight budgets. But what many used car shoppers looking at recent model year Sparks don't realize is that this vehicle was discontinued after 2022, with no direct replacement in Chevrolet's lineup. The Spark's discontinuation is particularly concerning given its role in the market. It was one of the few remaining new cars available under $20,000, a price point that has become increasingly rare as manufacturers focus on higher margin SUVs and trucks. For many working class Americans, vehicles like the Spark represented their only path to new car ownership. In many lower income areas, the disappearance of affordable new cars means residents must rely on increasingly older, less reliable used vehicles. This creates a cascade of consequences, including more frequent repairs, greater transportation insecurity, and higher long-term costs for those least able to afford them. What makes the Spark's discontinuation particularly troubling is how it represents a broader retreat from affordability across the industry. As the average new car price approaches $50,000, an entire segment of the American population is being effectively priced out of the new car market entirely. Dealerships in working class areas have even reported significant challenges in serving their traditional customer base as affordable options disappear. Some have shifted focus to used vehicles, while others have closed entirely, creating some kind of dealership deserts in less affluent communities. Overall, Overall, the auto industry's premature push toward electrification, combined with sky-high material costs, inflationary pressures, and shifting consumer preferences, has created a perfect storm that threatens the very foundation of automotive manufacturing. According to Torque News, several automakers may not even survive to the end of this decade. This is a sobering prediction that seems increasingly possible given the reliability crisis we're witnessing, and the human cost of these automotive failures is impossible to calculate.
I just wanted to get on here, though, to warn people, do not buy a Kia.
There is a lot yet to be seen. The question now is not whether the automotive industry will change. It's whether manufacturers will, at any point, start putting consumers ahead of quarterly profits and technological gambles. But until they do, these 15 cars are important technological troubles to watch out for. What are your thoughts on this list, though? Let me know in the comment section. And if you'd like to see more videos, make sure to click on this next card on your screen.